We've got a couple of practices left. We're relatively healthy. We've had a couple of good scrimmages under our belt, so we're excited for Monday night. Questions?
Bobby, just the evolution of your team, kind of as you've been practicing in recent weeks. What kind of things have you taken from that?
It's good that we've been. I said this earlier. We did a lot more team stuff in the summer, so I think chemistry has been built quicker, even though there's 6 new players, and so I feel pretty good about that. I like where our defense is right now. I think it's certainly a little bit ahead of where we are. Offensively, just finding our best stride at that end of the floor. So feel pretty good. Jemiah Neal is the one guy that's he suffered a lower leg injury, so he'll miss some time. He'll miss a couple of games, most likely to start. So that's been the only real negative as of the last week or so.
Are there any players that you feel like have in recent weeks made some pretty good strides?
I like the group overall. It's hard to just single out one guy. I think Frankie Collins has been very, very consistent in both of our games. Like what I'm seeing from him, and just overall, there's a few things we got to shore up, and we got to make sure we're working on taking care of the basketball. This for Tarleton coming up, they were very good last year at turning teams over, and this is nothing new coming to play us. There's going to be zero intimidation level for them. They were down 1 at Gonzaga with 8 minutes left in the game, down 3 to Michigan inside 3 minutes last year. So they're a team that plays extremely hard, and we're very good at turning teams over last year. So we got to be good with the ball on Monday night.
What's the biggest thing you look for in the first couple games of the season? What do you like to maybe look for in the young guys?
You see, hopefully the competitive nature, the competitive drive that we've demonstrated a lot in practice just carries over to the game, that we battle through mistakes and adversity that you're going to have, as you're developing as a team, and just I want to see unselfishness, and hopefully, guys are buying into their role and maximizing their opportunities when they're called upon.
Have you determined your starting 5 for next week?
Still working through that, and we've played a lot of combinations in both our close scrimmages, so got a lot of different looks, and we're starting to get closer with that, and but certainly it's not etched in stone as of right now.
Anything surprise you about the scrimmages?
Well, I just think we had a few lapses in each, so we discussed that, and had some breakdowns, on the rebounding front. So we've been focusing on that in practice, and had a little stretch where we didn't take care of the ball in one of them. So just once you get some separation from a team, you really gotta keep your foot on the gas pedal. And I think we may not have done that consistently throughout both, but overall there were a lot of positives to be taken too.
What have you thought about Washington's play? Just getting him in as another lengthy guy.
He's going to be a presence. Warren will be, and just I think we could throw it to him a little bit inside. He's going to challenge shots in the paint. He's very experienced, so he's everything that we thought he was. He was slowed in the middle of October with a little bit of a groin issue, which he missed some time. So he's playing a little bit of catch up, but he's getting right at the right time.
Have you had anyone that's kind of been like him, or what ways is he maybe different than, if not?
Yeah, I mean, just his length around the basket, and just, again, challenging shots, and he's a lob threat for us, when the guards get in the paint, and I think our guys trust he's going to go get the ball, and just, altering shots when, him and Gaffney are out there together. It's, they're a real presence under the basket.
Does that, when you have Gaffney, you can play the 4 and stretch it out like that, does that kind of open things up when you have that kind of size but also skill together?
Yeah, I mean, it really helps your defense, and there's not a lot of place to drive the basketball when you have that type of length on the court. So that's been a positive, and Zoe has made the shot, the perimeter shot, a little more consistently than he did last year. So we're hoping that he could bring that dimension to our team.
Are you going to allow Zoe to shoot the perimeter shot a lot more this year?
I mean,
considering
we're focusing on everyone taking quality shots, and the right 3-point shot certainly is I trust him to take that shot, and I think we've shown that we could be a pretty good 3-point shooting team as the season progresses, and he's a part of that.
With the size you have this year, is this one of the bigger teams you think you've had here in Tempe?
I would say so, just with again the physicality and the length that we have, and then I'm going to get Marcus a lot of reps at the 4, I mean at the 3 spot this year, so that'll give us more size and more rebounding, and so I think that'll help our defense tremendously as well.
Has Marcus been on a pretty consistent path that you guys have been pleased with as far as his health and everything?
Yeah, I think when we had the open practice here, he was sick, so he had missed some time for that. But outside of that, he's been healthy, and he's moving great. I think the last couple of days of practice, he's kind of turned it up a notch. Where I think a lot of guys know when the lights are ready to be turned on, and he's kind of taken his game to a different level. The last few days, so that's been positive to see.